A bus driver who knocked down and killed a teenage girl in Sheffield and seriously injured her boyfriend has been jailed for 10 months. Summer Seymour, who was 15, and 17-year-old Jake Ford were run over as they crossed Haymarket in 2015. Driver Paul Brown, who's 51 and from Furvale, pleaded guilty to causing death by dangerous driving.
Campaigners angry about Drax power station burning coal and biomass have held a demonstration outside the company's AGM in York. They say burning wood pellets is no better for the environment than burning coal. They're also unhappy about the government's subsidies that Drax receives, but the company says biomass is sustainable. Now, for over 60 years, it was a hub of creativity, attracting generations of artists and performers. And in that time, Bretton Hall College produced some well-loved stars of stage and screen. Yes, they include screenwriter Kay Mellor, who created TV programmes Fat Friends and Play in the Field, and also well-known playwright John Godber. The actor Mark Gatiss, known for his role in Sherlock, of course, also went there, and his fellow League of Gentlemen cast members Reece Shearsmith and Steve Pemberton. But of course, all the students are now long gone. The campus sadly closed in 2007, and today the last of the accommodation blocks were demolished to make way for redevelopment. Our reporter Kathy Killick was there.
They were home to some drama students who've since become household names. But now these 70s accommodation blocks have got to go. As they're cleared, the splendour of Bretton Hall is allowed to shine. The Grade 2 listed mansion, built in 1720, stands in the Yorkshire Sculpture Park, and it's now to become a hotel, the latest phase in its rich history.
We've got lots of great attractions in Wakefield, but not enough hotel space, so I think it's probably the best location in the country actually for a new hotel, and this will be a great hotel when it's finished.
There's some wonderful listed buildings here, not just the hall but the stables block, but there's some perhaps less appealing structures on the site, and they block out this vista that we haven't seen for many years, which is from the east side of the mansion.
The buildings have all been empty for 10 years since the closure of the Performing Arts College. There were protests at the time. Former students, including TV dramatist Kay Mellor, opposed the move. It was a special place and dearly loved. David Newland spent 5 happy and creative years here.
For me, it's my sense of coming home. We have a word in Welsh called hiraeth, which is a wistful kind of longing for homeland. And my hiraeth, although I'm very happy where I am, is when I come back to Bretton Hall. My other half can't understand it at all, but there's just something magical here that kind of draws you back.
David and other alumni are already planning to return once the grand interiors are restored. There'll be some reminiscing then.
In college days, this room was the principal's office, and the students only got to see it if they were in trouble. But the developers see this as an ideal spot for a wedding. And with these views, you can see why.
The developers are keen to respect both the setting and the history, and that will take time. They hope to open by Christmas next year. Kathy Killick, BBC Look North, Wakefield.
The city streets of West Yorkshire are the last place you'd probably expect to find a group of Franciscan friars, but a religious community which began life in the New York Bronx has travelled to Bradford on a mission to support the poor.
That's right. The brothers dress in habits and follow strict rules, avoiding possessions and sometimes begging for their own food. Tonight their story is being featured on a special BBC documentary. We'll talk to Father Gabriel and Brother Joshua in just a moment's time, but first let's see them in action.
This is my room. Austerity and minimum necessary. Simple as. So we're given a couple changes of our habit. Got a hood. It's in the shape of a cross. We don't have a belt, but we got a rope. And there's 3 knots on the rope, and they represent the vows that we take. So one is poverty, chastity, and obedience.